Step 1. Find the problem. Focus on problems, be paranoid. Try to see problems that others do not see. This problem should have two features: enough people should be complaining about this problem, and secondly, you should have the solution proposal. Step 2. Work on your solution. Put your solution proposal in writing, think about it, search Google and Yandex if anyone has tried your solution before. Don't let the fact that the solution you find has been made before or even failed negatively affect you. Examine why that solution failed. Maybe it was not implemented at the right time, maybe it was implemented the wrong way. Step 3. Make a prototype. Prototype your solution according to your dream usage, mobile, web. You can also use a program like Photoshop for this. You can also use a mock-up tool. I recommend having a freelance designer sketch it to make it look professional. You can use designer networks like Behance and Dribbble for this. Step 4. Find your first customers. Show your prototype to 100 people you think of as the target audience. You can also show it to experienced entrepreneurs and mentors, but the opinions of your target audience are always more valuable. Step 5. Look, change, watch. Observe your customers, where you show your prototype, what they liked and what they did not like. Remember to listen to your customers' problems, not their solutions. Let your product improve step by step after each feedback. Step 6. Find a co-founder. If you are one person, you will be too divided and you cannot focus on any subject completely, moral motivation and other side effects of this job. So find a co-founder who complements you. Step 7. Establish a company. If you have savings or some support from your family, start your company. The most frequently asked question is whether we should establish a sole proprietorship, limited liability company or joint stock company. Investor Inc. It will ask you to install it. Therefore, Inc. However, if you are far from the investor, you can set up a sole proprietorship temporarily, or you can take this step after you find an angel investment. Step 8. Find an angel investment. Take your prototype to the angel investor with a presentation that includes feedback from your first leads. In this regard, you can go to organizations such as ETOM and GBA, or if you think that there is a difference between your expectations in your prototype and the expectation of the market, join venture factory programs to evolve your product a little more according to the lean startup methodology. Step 9. Reveal your leanest product. You are now in the step of moving from a prototype to a real product. Launch the simplest version of your idea with the investment you have received. The biggest mistake in this step is the effort to add more features than necessary with the concern that it will not hold the product. Believe me, they will not use many features of your product. So let customer feedback improve the product. Step 10. Monitor your users. You launched your product, everyone heard it, so how many of the customers kept coming back? If your product is leaking air from somewhere, it will not work no matter how much you inflate it. So find air leaks and make corrections. Step 11. Earn your first 1,000 members. Try to win your first 1,000 customers, assuming that your product creates loyalty. Assuming you don't have much of a budget for this, you should use your biggest advantage over big companies. Be very fast, deal with your customers one by one, give them such attention that they share their experiences with others. Step 12. Grow fast. You can create a good business by growing slowly and surely, but if we consider that the investor's investments in 5 to 6 years, you must have grown very much in 5 to 6 years. For this, you need to find fast growth paths. In order to grow fast, the best thing you can do is to try all channels and focus on the ones that are most efficient and can grow you the fastest. You can grow very fast here by spending money on marketing, but the important thing is to find the most efficient channel and show that you make a difference there. We spent $50,000 a month on AdWords. It shouldn't be like we've grown too much. You need to examine what it brings to you and its sustainability in the long run. Step 13. Cut out your first invoice. You have gained customers. If you are an e-commerce site owner, let's assume that you have already earned money from the first 1,000 customers before this stage. If you don't sell anything in your product, for example, you have a social networking project, your job is a little more difficult. At this stage, questions such as how much traffic and how much advertising will you be able to get will challenge you. My personal advice is no matter what your first business model is, try to sell something, not advertising. Step 14. Find the VC. You have invoiced. If you are growing exponentially every week, VC will come to you anyway, but if they do not come, take your numbers and visit VCs. The biggest mistake here is to spend almost 80% of your presentation explaining the product. In 30% of your presentation, describe the product, the rest of the time talk about your numbers, the state of the market and why it is growing fast and how it will grow if you get investment. Step 15. Work until you eliminate the uncertainties. Your product is in the market, you have received investments, but there will be uncertainties in your business model, target audience and growth channels. Work to resolve these uncertainties.